Alrighty. We are on Catalyst. We're in the southeast corner of the map. A purple Zerg. From Psionic Aftermath, it is Clariel. And in the northwest corner of the map, our yellow Zerg, it is Riffraff. Alrighty. Now, for those who remember from last week, the first week of our VSL, Clariel, known to be a player who likes to play quite aggressively. Let's see if she brings the same level of energy. We had a very quick series last week. I think it was 2 games which were both together less than 10 minutes of game time. Yeah, just, you know, it happens when you're a cheesy Zerg. Cheese happens. This time both our players go for hatchery first, so not the most aggressive you can go. Still not telling too much, because you can still get quite aggressive as a Zerg early on in the game on hatchery first build. In fact, you could probably go even more aggressive. It has a... with the extra hatchery being there a little longer, you'll have some more larvae at your disposal when you want to push out early with the Zerglings. Which is... it's possible that this is what we're going to see right here. See, so far they're both mirrored pretty identically. Let's see if we're going to see any kind of difference. Clariel opening up with 2 queens. Okay. No, both of them going for 2 queens, 4 Zerglings. I'm thinking both of them are going to try and be really aggressive. Yeah, they are ramping it up. It's Link Team 6 from both sides. Clariel getting her Zergling speed a little earlier. Setting down a Baneling Nest. Ooh, Riffraff going for drones instead of Baneling Nest. That might be dangerous, because Riffraff is only sending 6 Zerglings across the map. Clariel is already preparing for 12 Zerglings. And with the Baneling Nest coming up soon, it should be dangerous. Riffraff, I think Riffraff saw this this ruse. Clariel trying to pretend like she only has 4 Zerglings, while sending all the others on the long route through the side to sneak into Riffraff's base. Riffraff at home, not really prepared. No spines. Only getting a few extra Zerglings. Yeah, no Bending Nest. Alright, Bending Nest now starting. But Clariel is already preparing a whole bunch of Banelings. That's 7 Banelings. This is going to be really devastating. Riffraff will not have enough to do this. It could be nice for Clariel to get a Baneling at home, just to help defend any kind of push or attack, counter push, counter attack. Yeah, it looks like this is going to go very well in favor of Clariel. Oh, nice block with the spine crawler there, but the Banelings get on top of the drones. That was 16 drones. GG's called. And Clariel will take the first point in this series. Let's jump into game number 2. All right. Welcome to Lost and Found. We're in the top right hand corner of the map. Currently up 1 in this best of 3 series. From Psionic Aftermath, our purple Zerg, it is Clariel. I need the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Our yellow Zerg. It is riffraff. Now, let's see if the aggression is going to be ramped on. Ooh. Clariel? What are you doing? This is a ninja base. A ninja first hatchery. That's a risky one. Yep, there we are. A ninja natural. Let's see how that goes. This is potentially very dangerous because as a Zerg, I mean, the ninja base is a good one. As a natural, it's very questionable. Riffraff is going to see this lack of a natural base and immediately know that there's a ninja base somewhere else. The one base all in as a Zerg hasn't really been a thing in a while. So yeah, as soon as Riffraff sees this, this should tell them that there's not much to worry about. And a proxy hatchery like this, if it's a proxy hatchery in a proxy location, it blocks Riffraff's advance and it allows Clariel to get reinforcements right at the front. But as a ninja base, it's very questionable because it means this larva is going to have difficulty. You're going to have trouble using it. Your queens are going to be separated. Creep spread won't be as good. It's going to be rough. Even if Clariel is using this as a very aggressive move, which it looks like she is. She's going for the same build as we saw in the previous game. So is riffraff. Yeah, the timings are the same for Clariel. Riffraff as well. This time they're not going all the way across the map. Riffraff is staying at home. Pretty much assuming Clariel will be as cheesy as she was before. Yeah, Riffraff is getting a baneling nest. See, now Clariel's forces are kind of separated. She can get these as banelings, which is nice because you can get them just before speed comes in, but that hatchery location doesn't really save you all that much, and it does leave you very vulnerable to a counterattack because there's no way you can defend both bases at the same time. Okay, she moves in without the banelings, which is quite risky. Very, very risky. Could be just a mind game, showing Riffraff no banelings, so Riffraff will feel a little safer, but instead she just loses her window of opportunity to use the banelings while Riffraff doesn't have any. In fact, Riffraff will have banelings, and this cloud of Zerglings is in a lot of danger. Okay, that was very close. Clariel might just be able to break this. This is looking quite bad for Riffraff. She's out of banelings. If Riffraff gets one good baneling hit here. Okay, that wasn't a good one. It cost Clariel a couple of Zerglings, but that's about it. But it looks like Riffraff just about manages to clear this up. No economical damage, strangely enough. I mean, she did snipe one queen, but no workers, and a lot of banelings lost their lives here. Clariel not staying at home to defend against the backlash. Riffraff just now getting to this base. It's only for Zerglings. The queen should be able to defend this. One Zergling isn't even participating. Okay. Oh, Clariel moving right into a bunch of banelings, and this should be it. She's just way too behind on workers. The armies are separated. I don't think she'll be able to break this. Oh, nice denial of that wall just in time. But again, the banelings clear out the Zerglings. Riffraff going to get a Roach Warren, which will allow them to withstand a lot better against this attack. Now this wall should be completely sealed? Question mark. I think I'm always unsure about this little area over there. Okay, Clariel poking at the wall, trying to see what's in there. He's only seeing one spine. There's another spine already prepared. Yeah, and this wall is still walled off. She might be able to bust this spine parlor, but yeah, I think riffraff should be able to defend this. She's going into the main. There's a queen here. The other queen also arrives. I don't see how Clariel can do enough damage to really bring riffraff down, especially now the Roach Warren is done. Some Watchers will come out. The Banelings won't do as much damage. The Zerglings will die on this wall. There's no way she can break this. It's possible that she could expand while this is going on. Watch Warren, I shouldn't be able to see it snipe. If Clariel expands now, she seems like she's droning out, so she tries to switch into a more macro game. It's possible she could still do something, especially if she manages to contain riffraff on these two bases. With this, no, the wall is open. Yeah, I was right. My instincts are right. I don't think that she can actually contain riffraff in here with the roaches and the banelings. Yeah, look at this. Everything is cleared out. And riffraff, getting a few more roaches should be able to expand. Now, riffraff is already getting backup roach warren, so this bust isn't really that detrimental. Yeah, it might look like it to Clariel, but yeah, riffraff is ahead by 10 workers. They have the roach deck starting to get more gas. He has a double evo chamber, so upgrades should be coming up as well. As soon as riffraff can, yep, there we go. Getting a carapace, which is going to be really helpful against the Zerglings. It really increases the survivability of roaches, who are tanky to begin with. And again, remember, Clariel has this separated base here. Riffraff doesn't know about it. But they know about this very late second hatchery. They should be suspecting, based on how many Zerglings she was able to output, that there's another base somewhere. And once riffraff gets that, yeah, I think that'll be it. Should get a cancel on this hatchery. At home, this should be enough to defend as well. Clariel just doesn't really have the ability to expand here. Might want to wait until this is finished, so there's no cancel. Oh, gets finished. Clariel is trying to save it, but she's not going to. Banelings go into the main, waste themselves on a queen. Get a few drones, 5 drones. It's not too much, but something. Yeah, at this point, any hit to the drone count is going to be really bad for Clariel. He's going to try and siege this location with the roaches. Ravages would have been really helpful here, but she just doesn't really have the economy to sustain that. And riffraff will get ravages of their own. The numbers are just in favor of riffraff too much. Yeah, but as long as the ninja hatchery is still there, Clariel can sustain more of this attack. But riffraff is already chasing ahead in upgrades. They have 1 level on carapace. They're starting level 2. Would have +1 range earlier than Clariel. And have roach speed as well, which is just going to be murderous against Clariel's slow roaches. Right, sniper overlord. Yeah, Clariel so far doesn't seem to suspect the ninja base. Yeah, but they're going to have a third hatchery, so that should be pretty, you know, pretty useful as you're trying to chase ahead, not just run ahead with your economy, which is, yeah, riffraff still way ahead. Clariel not really able to invest any resources into droning up. If we're going to send a link run by, well, the main army is starting to march and look for Clariel's army. Clariel does have this nice counter attack here. This could actually do some damage. There are queens to defend and there's a spine, but there's not much chance. The other force, the smaller one, does get wiped out. Riffraff not doing much damage across the map. Clariel manages to defend, but yeah, but this army, which is the main army for Clariel at the moment, gets cleaned out and chased away. This might actually lead Riffraff to the Foxy location there, the ninja base. I think Riffraff is completely oblivious to this. I don't think they have the vision. Not the vision. The game sense in this specific case. I mean, there were a few signs like the roaches coming up from this location. Of course, the amount of zerglings thrown at the beginning of the game by Clariel should indicate that there's shenanigans here. You can't do that as a one-base zerg. It's impossible. You don't have the larva to do it, even if you have the cash. Yeah, but this is just full cleanup. Yeah, there's just no way Clariel can defend everything. Riffraff doesn't take a lot of damage at home, loses a few more drones, but yeah, GG. And Riffraff evens up the score. We have ourselves a sideways 1-1. We should go right into game 3, which will be on Dreamcatcher. Let's see if they're going to try and do the same thing. Alrighty. Welcome to Dreamcatcher. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. From Psyx. So it's Psionic Aftermath. That's the team name. Currently sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 match. Our purple Zerg. It is Clariel. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, also currently sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 series, our yellow Zerg. It is Riffraff. Alrighty. Oh, Riffraff is going for a pool first. Maybe they wanna try and get to Clariel before Clariel gets to them. Now this is a map where this is possible. It's kind of a weird one. It's kind of a long rush distance, but it is a very straightforward one. It's deceptively long or short, depending on how you measure it. Because the distance between the natural and the natural is actually not that long, and it's in a straight line, which makes it even shorter. Usually rush distances aren't in a straight line, so they become even longer to traverse. In this case, it could be really deceptively short. Let's see how aggressive Riffraff wants to do this. This could be just a defensive maneuver. approach from riffraff, just to get a few zerglings early, to get out on the map and scout, or get some queens early on, just to have that extra bit of defense. Yeah, it looks like riffraff is going to do it just defensively. Yeah, they're droning up. Clariel is looking to be aggressive though. That's 8 zerglings being made already. Riffraff is about to come in. Get a good look-see here. See the number of zerglings coming out. That's 4. Should see these other 4 coming up. There we go. See, that's the quality scout. That tells riffraff without a shadow of a doubt that Clariel is going to be aggressive. She won't be able to hide these zerglings and sneak around. Yeah, riffraff already getting a lot of zerglings of their own. Speed is going to be a little later for riffraff, but that shouldn't be too bad. They're going to have some queens, a spine. Might want to try to wall off that ramp a little more. Get some creep spread. See, Clariel is trying to sneak around the overload paths, but riffraff already knows that this is coming. Maybe sending out some zerglings across the map to see exactly where things are, or maybe try to get to the to Clariel's base. Ooh, a nice round on the queen. That's a good catch for Clariel. That queen really needed to be up on the ramp to help with this defense. Could have been really useful. The zerglings get into the main base. Don't manage to kill much so far. And they do get cleaned out. the last stomp by the spine crawler. Yeah, but that was only one drone for 13 zerglings and 1 queen, so it's not that good. Clariel getting a significant amount of banelings, but riffraff should have enough to defend. Get out of here! This baneling just running across the map. Clariel using 2 zerglings to kill it. Riffraff has more. Oh, nice. Getting a few zerglings and some of these banelings. Okay, most of the banelings get wasted before they can do much. Oh, Clariel walking right into riffraff's baneling, and that's it. All of her zerglings are gone. 46 zerglings dead for Clariel so far in this game. It's the power of banelings. Get them banes. Okay, riffraff is walling off. Clariel is still playing more and more aggressive. Riffraff is going to go out on the map, which could be quite risky. I'm not sure that's the best solution here. You have such a great defensive position at home. You just want to keep trading well. Trading banelings for zerglings is just such a great investment in your future. Yeah, riffraff is got a roach warren, which is going to be even more helpful. Okay. Banelings out in the open, kind of risky. There's still 1 on the upper ramp, some more being made. So Clariel just can't move in there, and oh, that's another great connection. Clariel losing a lot of zerglings to just lonesome banelings. 64 dead zerglings so far. Ah, that was so close. There's still another baneling up here, and 2 more being made, so Clariel just cannot move up this ramp. Okay, that's don't put banelings on eggs. That's bad. Okay. Queen might just get sniped, but it's just baiting the zerglings to congregate, and the roach doesn't let the banelings go out. Oh, roach, move! Just move that roach slightly, nudge it. Those banelings were so hungry for juicy zergling connections. Yeah, I still don't see Clariel really breaking this unless Riffraff makes a huge mistake here. Okay, that should look to Clariel like everything is open, but yeah, it's not. more roaches come in. Yeah, and Riffraff has also been droning out while all of this is going on. There are 35 workers to Clariel's 18. Might just lose the Roach Warren. Yeah, the Roach Warren is busted. Yeah, but Riffraff already has some roaches out. There's a Ravager, which is really helpful against these situations. As soon as everything is clumped up, one Vile Shot here can really clean it out. But, yeah, Clariel just losing more and more army units for and not gaining much. One worker died in this game. 2 queens. Yeah, and the Roach Warren is not. It's a nice snipe, but it's not really all that critical. The Baneling Nest is a little more important, but yeah, I just don't see how Clariel can really break this. She's just so behind on workers. Once the initial attack doesn't go well, there's too late of a transition into a macro game. Clariel just now starting to drone, and then Riffraff is just free to rebuild everything. There was a period of time where Riffraff did not have any banelings or roaches to be made, and Clariel just didn't have the power to make use of that time. So those snipes, the Roach Warren and the Baneling Nest, ended up not actually doing anything. And yeah, well, there's a lair tech coming up from Riffraff, so things are about to get really powerful on their side, while Clariel is just chasing up in economy. Way down in workers. One has a spawning pool out. Wait. No, it does the Baneling and the Baneling Nest. Don't see any Roach Warrens yet. Yeah, no Evo Chamber. She is getting a lair, but it's just going to be really late. Third hatchery is going down for Clariel, but Riffraff should be able to snipe that really soon. They're getting 8 roaches. This army should march across the map. Oh, you have a Nidus. Hello. Hello. Hello there. Yeah, this base doesn't get to go up. I don't see how this happens. No, Riffraff does need to get a third hatchery. Shouldn't give Clariel too much time, because Clariel is trying to switch to Mutalisks. And if Riffraff doesn't do something about this in time, it's gonna be rough. Okay, Nidus is ready. Riffraff getting some more roaches. They're up to 18. There's 7 more on the way. Ravager, 3 Ravagers. That's a good count. Good to see the Nidus. Yeah, Riffraff is moving on Overlord, getting the Nidus straight in the main, in Clariel's blind spot. Yep, well, no, actually, Clariel does see this. Will she be able to stop this in time? Nope, this is a very late response, but a response. Okay, units managed to come out. The Queens transfuse the Nidus Worm. The Roaches are out there, and yeah, this should be it. The Nidus Worm does get killed, but all of Riffraff's army is here. Second Nidus starts to go up. There you go. GG. Riffraff winning 2-1. Very nicely done.